So, it's been a few months. I know it's been a few months. I'm 100% sure it's been a few months. And I think it's time to talk about it because we have to talk about it. It wouldn't be fair to anybody if we didn't talk about it. Not to mention all the games we've been playing. And did you get any of them? Have you come after me? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, you have. Shame on you. Why and how I ended up in this psychosis thing. It's kind of crazy to realize that somebody could fall into psychosis after everything I've been through. Go figure. There's a particular kind of pain, elation, loneliness, and terror involved in this kind of madness. When you're high, it's tremendous. The ideas and feelings are fast and frequent like shooting stars. You follow them until you find better and brighter ones. Shine as goes, the right words and gestures are suddenly there. The power to captivate. Others have felt certainty. There are interests found in uninteresting people. Sexuality is pervasive, and a desire to seduce and de-seduce irresistible. Feelings of ease, intensity, power, well-being, financial omnipotence, and euphoria pervade one's marrow. But somewhere, this changes. The fast ideas are far too fast, and are far too many. Overwhelming confusion replaces clarity. Memory goes. Humor and absorption on friends' faces are replaced by fear and concern. Everything previously moving with the grain is now against. You are irritable, angry, frightened, uncontrollable, and enmeshed totally in the blackest caves of the mind. You never knew those caves were there. It will never end. For madness carves its own reality. It goes on, and finally, there are only others' recollections of your behavior. Your bizarre, frantic, aimless behavior. For mania has at least some grace in partially obliterating memories. What then? After the medications, psychiatrists' despair, discretion, and overdose? All of those incredible feelings to sort through. Who's being too polite to say what? Who knows what? What did I do? Why? And most hauntingly, when will it happen again? Then too are the bitter reminders, medicine to take, resent, forget, take, resent, and forget, but always, always take. Credit cards revoked, bounce checks to cover, explanations due at work, apologies to make, intermittent memories. What did I do? Friendships gone or drained, a ruined relationship, and always, when will it happen again? Which of my feelings are real? Which of me is me? The wild, impulsive, chaotic, energetic, and crazy one. Or the shy, withdrawn, desperate, suicidal, doomed, and tired one. Probably a bit of both. Hopefully, much that is neither. Virginia Woolf, in her dives and climbs, said it all. How far do our feelings take their color from the dive underground? I mean, what is the reality of any feeling? What really are feelings? I really had to figure that out because everything was touching me wrong. Because everything in the past had touched me wrong. I took a step back and it's clear at this point that, okay, you should know
Alright.
that there are
So apparently
a lot
she's gonna
of
tell the
variations
story.
of me. And there are
Um,
a lot of different
yeah, I mean,
characters that I play throughout this whole thing. And this last year wasn't easy for me at all. There were a lot of pawns in my game. Experiments aren't always going to end up the way you want them to. I fell into psychosis because I decided to try a new medication that the doctor recommended I take.
like a lot.
Because we thought that
And she
I
got
had seasonal depression. I had asked to go to more therapy,
But she means well.
but for
working on it, I
some
promise.
reason, for whatever reason, they thought that pushing another pill on me would be a great idea.
Last few
And I
months,
believe them,
it's really
because it
hard
had
for
been
us.
years
We went through hell.
since I had tried
In the-
another
not in a
medication,
handbasket.
and I had
It was
just
very
been
rough.
adjusting medications before this
But
because of my new job. So if you backtrack a few
I had
episodes, you'll notice that
Kind of
I
walked
just
through
recently had got a new job after 7 years. And it was a huge experiment for me. And yeah. Shh. So loud. Always interrupting everybody. And
I did have a lot of
this
friends
is just,
that I made
it was harder than I expected, because when people don't
They
have
were
jobs, they have nothing better to do than
Keep
fuck
in touch
around
with
with you
one.
on the internet.
You're missing the point.
And that's okay.
really
Because I do have a job, and I do have this
everybody
horrible
has
illness, and I want to talk to you about it, because I know that there's a lot more people out there suffering with it, and they don't know how to deal with it. And I know that it's incredibly hard to talk about it. I think that the system needs to change. And I know that there are places that say that they're going to change it or they're going to help. Well,
They're at work today.
those places have lied.
Why we get to do
They've
all
lied
this
to
stuff.
me, and they've hurt
Really
me.
excited.
And I need to tell you about those
Right.
places, because
Right.
it's not
Right.
okay.
Right, but
It's just not okay. What I went through these past 3 months were absolutely a nightmare. I don't even think it's been 3 months. It might have
I'm
been
gonna let her
4.
finish up because
I checked into
sitting
Rock
here.
Springs Mental Institute
I'm sure you all
in
probably
March. I think it was March
Sorry
10th.
about that.
When I checked into
Um,
Rock
but,
Springs, I expected
analytics,
to
yes.
get help.
Well,
I expected
so
empathy,
get ready for that.
compassion. I expected people
There will be a
to
part two.
see that I was going through something really hard, something that they
And I think there's a lot to learn.
would
from it.
want to
I
help
think
me
there's
through.
a lot to tell you
I didn't
guys
expect anything
about
that
how
happened to me
the
there,
world could be
but
better.
it did happen to me there. And I do want to tell you all about it, but that's going to take a whole other video.
You all were part of the experiments. Thumbnail and analytics and everything. But also, my life is pretty uncertain too. So stay out of my life.
Go. I do want to give you the last part of this section of this book. At this point in my existence, I cannot imagine leading a normal life without full taking medication and having had the benefits of psychotherapy. Medication prevents my seductive but disastrous highs, diminishes my depressions, clears out the wool and webbing from my disordered thinking, and slows me down, gentles me out, keeps me from ruining my career and relationships, keeps me out of a hospital, alive, and makes psychotherapy possible. But ineffably, psychotherapy heals. It makes some sense of the confusion, reins in the terrifying thoughts and feelings, returns some control and hope and possibility of learning from it all. Pills cannot, do not ease one back into reality. They only bring one back headlong, careening, and faster than can be endured at times. Psychotherapy is a sanctuary. It is a battleground. It is a place I have been psychotic, neurotic, elated, confused, and despairing beyond belief. But always is where I have believed, or have learned to believe, that I might someday be able to contend with all of this. No pill can make me deal with the problem of not wanting to take pills. Likewise, no amount of psychotherapy alone can prevent my mania and depressions. I need both. It is an odd thing, owing life to pills, one's own quirks and tenacities, and this unique, strange, and ultimately profound relationship called psychotherapy. My therapist got me to read this book. He's been trying to get me to read this book. It's called An Unquiet Mind. It was published in 1995, I believe. It's by Kay Redfield Jameson. If you're struggling to find out that you're not alone in all of this, I highly recommend it, because I'm not through it yet. But I found great solace in understanding that I'm not alone and that the world needs more education around mental illness. And while I'm not some textbook educationalist, I don't know, I'm somebody who has lived through this my whole entire life. Is there a reason why all of my content is still on the internet defined? Is there a reason why you villainized me in some context? There is. Is there a reason why you've come to find me? There is. There's always a reason. But if you want to know more about what happened to me at Rock Springs and how it only made things worse, there will be a second video, and I'm excited to share that with you. All right.